way to end day 3. The last session was the USCIS forum. Well, at least the one I'm attending. We got like 5 acting directors from USCIS talking about all the things they're doing to improve the organization. This session was supposed to boil down to the specific things that they're doing. And let me tell you, they did not disappoint. I'm gonna share 5 things about what they're doing to make USCIS better now. Let's get to it. Hi, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner of Zahn Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. And so the legal problem is right now, technically, USCIS is in a hole. A lot of people left, a lot of people retired, there was a furlough, and all the crazy demand that came up over the past 2 years. How is USCIS going to get back on track and work through all the crazy amount of backlog in every single case category? The adjustment of status in the employment and the family, the N400 to get a citizenship, the 539 change of status, extension of status, all sorts of crazy things happening. But how can they do it without the personnel? The first thing is text messages. If anybody knows and they've tried to call USCIS to schedule an appointment, they will return a call within 24 hours, 48 hours. You don't know when. It could be 6 o'clock in the morning. And if you fail to pick up the call, sorry, you gotta do this whole process again. It's a nightmare. Well, now they are going to roll out a text messaging service so you know when they are planning to call you, so you can be on standby. And if you are a representative, you have a lawyer calling on behalf of somebody, they will tell you who they're calling about. This pretty much got a standing ovation from all the attorneys. The second thing, we've heard a lot about customer service, their intent, their goal, how it's their mission, but what are they doing about it? So if anybody, again, calls USCIS Center often, like we do, you know that oftentimes what's going to happen is they're just going to transfer you to somebody else, or they're going to call you back much later, and then they'll tell you things that you already know and that they can't solve you, but they're gonna put an inquiry, if even they do that. Well, now their goal is to make it into a one-stop experience, this customer journey. When they call USCIS, they're gonna try to provide as much information as they can, so they don't have to transfer you to somebody else. They can solve it on the spot. This is huge because in the past, a lot of times when you call USCIS, it's a contractor taking over these calls. Well, now they are empowering them or themselves to be able to solve a lot more of these customer inquiries. At the same time, improving the online database so that when you check on your case, you will also find out a lot more information about yourself. They can actually focus in on people who have traumatic situations that they need to solve over the phone. The third thing is the stakeholder engagements. We know USCIS is already engaging with representatives from all around the country, meeting with stakeholders, law firms, nonprofit agencies, trying to figure out solutions on an individual level. The next phase that's going to happen within a few months is opening up an inquiry mailbox, which means all the stakeholders, the law firms, the nonprofits who are engaged with USCIS, who have a particular problem, they can directly email it to this inquiry mailbox. This is huge because basically the people who are managing this mailbox are the tier 3, tier 4 officers who are going to be able to address these particular issues. Basically, if you've been trying to contact USCIS and it's just not getting resolved, you can contact them and they will be able to help you. So if anybody has any crazy questions and the case is completely in a cave somewhere, well, now you can email it to this inbox. So that is huge. It's not to solve all problems, but it's a way for USCIS to know and to spot any particular trends. The fourth thing is we already know premium processing is being rolled out for other visa categories, such as the B1C and the B2 category. What we learned today is that they are going to expand it even further, much further, and they can only do it one step at a time, or else they will have too many cases and they cannot respond appropriately. So USCIS is trying to expand their capacity to allow for premium processing. That way they can have more funds, they can have more resources, they can adjudicate cases faster, and that allows for anybody who has an urgent case that they can file and they get a much faster response. This will significantly reduce the normal processing time. Right now, it could be crazy with a normal processing time. It's like 9 months or a year, and you do premium processing is 2 weeks. Well, that pretty much forces everybody to do premium processing, right? But if premium processing gets faster, so it becomes 2 weeks or 1 week, and then normal case processing gets down to 1 month, for those who cannot afford the premium processing, well, it's not that significant of a wait time. The last thing is that video interviews are here to stay. So they loved it. It's been utilized wonderfully, and it's not even utilized to the fullest extent possible. A lot of times it's still different field offices interviewing their own jurisdiction. But once they expand that, so other field offices and the service centers can interview different applicants, then the entire USCIS agency is able to move around cases, and you can interview anybody from anywhere. And so you can process cases a lot faster, and that way will significantly reduce the number of backlog on cases. Imagine if the whole thing was already approved. You just need to go through that technical requirement of having a physical interview or an interview in general. Now, if you can get that interview, then the case can be done, it can be filed, and it's over. This will open up so much more opportunity for USCIS to process cases faster. And then when that's extended to other case categories, for example, we already know Washington, D.C. is processing cases for the consulates abroad. What if USCIS expands their capacity to help the other agencies? I'm really, really excited for USCIS to continue to roll out the different type of interview process. And also, what if instead of an RFE, you just do a quick 5-minute Zoom call? Oh my gosh, that will solve so many problems. Oh, I saw this on your record. I don't quite understand. Can we have a Zoom chat real quick? Sure, your attorney could be on the line. The attorneys don't have to deal with a complicated RFE. The client doesn't have to be sleepless for months. It's just a 5-minute call. We can get to it. Let's do it. And that's a wrap for day 3. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.